Hello friend, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Today I'm going to be making a really easy booklet. Basically it is 5 sheets of paper that I have cut down and sewed the signature in the middle. So just very simple, and that is a good way to get started. If you are new, or even if you are a veteran, sometimes you just want to have something to glue on, and you want to not maybe commit a whole journal or a whole glue book to it. And so anyway, I wanted to take you along here and give you an easy fun idea, I hope. So I am gathering some of the images that I had cut out or had been playing with in the previous video, which I will list in the information box below. I will have other videos of other crafters and also some of my other older videos with glue books and such for inspiration. So be sure and check those out. And yeah, so now I am kind of just, playing around and just seeing what goes with what and what I like. I am putting these little images in these little clear, they're like kind of picture little sleeves, and I think I got those at a thrift store if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I enjoyed them because they're a little bit bigger than the little baseball card size ones, like the pocket letter size. These are bigger. And so I actually cut the page in half, but the pockets are like 4 by 6. And so it helped to put some a little bit larger ephemera in there, as you saw. So now that I've kind of figured out how I want to compose this layout, I wanted to put a background on it, and so I did. It's always a good idea to keep some background pages laying around, or brought with you in your little to-go bag, which is going to bring me back to the conversation of a art to-go bag or collage or glue book to-go bag. And so you see this little plastic deal, this little baggie here, and it's got a zipper, and I've got a few tags in it, some that I've made and others that are already pre-made and they're blank. I also have a pen in there, and I have a nice little rag. It's a little cotton rag. And then you've got the 3 types of glues that I mainly use, especially for collage, which is the glue stick, the art glitter glue, and the fabric tag or Fabrifix, anything for fabric. I don't think I used the Fabrifix in this episode, but I just wanted you to see what I had in my little to-go bag. Now, my actual bag that I have that in is a red bag that I recently located in my closet that I had. But before I continue with that, I want to point out that I am adding the background pages to this little kind of signature is basically what it is. It's not really a junk journal or anything. It's just 5 pages that have been sewn together. So that's a signature. And so what I've done now is I went to the middle of it because I really liked the spread that I put together, that I've composed. And so because I felt pretty confident about it, I went ahead and chose that center. And then I'm also liking the fact that when I work like that, I can then spread out to the left and to the right and kind of keep it more evenly. It may not matter, but you know, I tend to like some type of order, and sometimes it works out for me. I guess my brain works kind of like in patterns. It kind of does that on its own. But sometimes I do think about it. But anyway, I don't know if that's a little bit OCD, but I definitely am not diagnosed with that. So, and certainly not, not making light of those who do have that issue. But anyway, just thought I'd mention that. And so here I am starting to glue down my elements, and that's just a picture of it's kind of like a living space, but it's like in a palace or something. I can't remember what it is right now. I should probably take a picture to show it to you closer up. I think at the end of the video it'll probably be closer up anyway. If not, I will take a picture and add it to the end of this video. But yeah, so now I'm adding these little clocks. I don't know if you remember last video, I had several, well, these specifically, these clocks that I was kind of trying on in different pages of some of my glue books, and they could have gone in any of those places, frankly, because clock faces, clocks, things like that, they tend to look good almost anywhere, so then the question is, if they look good everywhere, where can I put them, and where should I put them, and where should I leave them out? Because obviously you're not going to want, clocks in every page, because, well, that's not going to work out. But anyway, I love perfume bottles, and this is quite a large perfume bottle, and I really like it, and I actually like Chanel very much. In fact, when I was in high school, my senior year, I worked in a Chanel store in Bell Harbor Shops in Florida, Miami Beach, where I used to live many years ago. I now live in Texas, but yeah, so that gives me a fond memory, and also I like how royal and just all that gold, and just the thought of it just made me very happy. So here's this other clock, and this clock actually does not have a hand. So it's kind of interesting too, because it's like time is standing still, if you will. And given that I'm adding this portrait of this vintage lady or antique lady, Victorian kind of style, bathtub there and all, I think it all works together really well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lay that down and continue with this process. I do want to say that that red bag that I located in my closet, I was able to use it because it was fairly structured, and it was kind of an office bag. So it is structured in a way where you can put things more of in a filed way, that it doesn't just collapse on you. And so what I have put together basically is some folders and some envelopes, and then that little bag with all those glues and plain tags that I can decorate. And it's just really fun to bring just a limited amount of things together to be able to put a project together at a place like a library, to go. And the other thing that I like about doing this in the library is that because I don't have other distractions around me, because I do have an office at home, and it is a professional office that I use for work. My job, my company does not pay for that because I am an independent contractor in the kind of business that I do. So I'm actually fully paying for that office in my house. However, I have filled it with crafts. And so definitely there's sometimes too many choices, if you ask me. So that's why going to the library can be fun, because then you're kind of more free not to be distracted. And also, the clutter is definitely less because you are bringing along with you just a few items, and you have to do with what you have, And so I know when I'm in my office and my desk, there's always something amazing that I have to put in a project, and it takes me quite a bit of time to locate it, plus the mess that I create in looking for it and pulling it out and all that. So I do recommend sometimes getting away and doing this in a place like the library. Just like I said, it's limiting the options that you have of things that you can add to your project, and that could be very freeing. Also, you are less distracted with things that you think that you need to be doing at home, like laundry or cooking or working or whatever it is you think you need to be doing, and just kind of, like I said, frees you up to focus on your project and have less things to think about, and kind of make it a little more relaxing, if you will. So now I am just, as you can see, adding a little bit of that art glitter glue because I need a very tiny amount. And sometimes when you need like just a little thin bead of some glue, it's, in my opinion, it's helpful to have that and not have to put a big fat glue stick in a very small space, like in that trim that I'm using, which is, it looks like that little black and white. It almost looks like a little cinema type reel or something. But anyway, I really like how this spread came out. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Be sure and let me know in the comments below. Now I'm adding some washi tape to those little bits and corners that maybe you missed. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. Be sure and give me a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to press the subscribe button if you would like to be a subscriber. Love you so much. Love you so much. See you in the next one. Bye now.